Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so happy to be back. Esther Berry with, I think we're with Esther's Ministries today. Sometimes I feel I have so much on my plate, I wonder who I am. But today I'm Esther Berry. Today I want to speak to you about knowing God. And you know, I have to tell you that it's not as difficult as we think. And when we're in darkness, that is one of the greatest times to get to know Him, because He brings you from darkness into His marvelous light. Does your situation change? Not always, but it gets better because now God is in control and you're not. So this week I met a lady and she was beautiful, beautiful black lady, and people tell me all the time, oh, we love your accent, we love your accent. And you know, I have been saved many, many years, and I know that my accent is the Lord. I know that Jesus speaks through me, and that's what touches people. So I hope today, don't turn the channel, stay with this channel. I hope today you will listen to what the Lord is saying to you so that you can have that closer relationship with Him, because we're all seeking His face. We want to hear His voice clearly, because in these days we need clear direction. And so I want to speak to you from my heart today and share some things with you. The first thing I want to share with you is we live in a world that's full of distractions. Everything we do is a distraction away from the Lord. And that's why it's so important to hear His voice and to let Him speak to you, because He does speak. To let Him speak not only in the Word, but to let Him speak from you in your heart, so that you know that when He speaks, you can do it and it'll be successful. God speaks and we want to hear, but there's so many distractions. And today I want to cancel distractions in your life. I want to make a decree and declare to you and to me, because listen guys, I have 10 children. I have 12 grandchildren. I have a husband. Talk about distraction. I have a ranch that I have to take care of. I like cleaning my house. I like making my house pretty. But I don't have one house, I have 3 houses. You know, I still have young people at home that I take care of. So my life is full of do's, do this, do that. And can I tell you that I want the distractions out of my life, because I want to focus completely and totally on the Lord. A testimony this morning, I've hired a young woman to be my assistant. I need someone there with my adult children when I leave. My adult children are needy and they need that overseer. So I've hired this beautiful young woman. And when I hire, they fill out an application and I ask, are you a Christian? Are you born again? Yes, yes, yes. And we're all good at saying the right things that we think people want to hear. But this morning I'm in prayer before I come to the studio. I'm just seeking the Lord. I'm really seeking the Lord for what He wants to share with you today. and He tells me, Esther, your assistant and her mother need me in their life, need Jesus. If you need Jesus today, He is right at the door and He's knocking at your heart and He's saying, just invite me to come in. Oh. And I'm telling you, it's such a relief and such a joy in our heart when we invite Him truly to come in. So I went to my little girl and I said, your mom needs Jesus. And so do you. And she started crying. And she said yes. And I think because of all the distractions, I think of all the evil that's coming against us, everywhere we look, turn on even the good news. The good news is revealing even more evil things that are going on in our country and in the world, that we get so distracted by it and we forget our God is a big God. And he speaks, and he gives us peace in the valley. Even in the darkest of times, he quiets our heart. He gives us peace. You know, I had some people pray for me. They used to pray a lot for me because I really needed it, and I still need it, but they would pray, peace like a river, peace like a river, peace like a river. And I would think, oh my gosh, do I need such peace? Do I need all this peace? Because I lived as a little girl near a river that was I mean, it would flow fast. I fell in that river a couple of times, almost drowned myself. So when people would pray that over me, you know, I'd get this thing about, oh my gosh, am I going to fall in the river again? But I realized over the years that peace like a river, because now I live on this beautiful, quiet Santa Fe river, and it flows gently. It has abundant life in it. The trees all around it are fed by it. Oh my gosh, that river is so beautiful. That peace like a river is wherever you are today. If you're in a turmoil, he can bring you peace. If you're in a quiet place, he can bring you peace. He'll bring you peace wherever you are, whatever you need. Don't learn to stop and listen to him. That's number one. Number one. I've got a little thing here if I can find it. If I can find it. You know, I'm so funny. I love sending Christmas cards, and a lot of times in the middle of the year I find Christmas cards that I didn't send because I didn't get around to it. So sometimes they get it afterwards. Okay, number one, include the Lord in everything. Include the Lord in everything. Even things that have gotten a hold of you that you know you really shouldn't be doing, that's taking away too much of your time and taking you away from spending time with the Lord. Include him in that time. Speak to him and say, you know what, Lord? This thing has a hold of me. I chew gum. Can I tell you? It's too much. I'm chewing too much gum. And I have to say, Lord, you need to let me stop chewing so much gum. He loves those little things. He loves those little, but he also loves the big things. Help me stop gambling. Help me stop drinking. You know, be with me, Lord. I can't do this. This is destroying my life. Okay? So number one, include the Lord in everything. Refuse to accept glory. Oh, that's a big one. Because we like the glory. We like it when people say, oh, you look good. You're doing a great job. But just say, give glory to the Lord. Remember to point upwards when you're getting flattery. Because flattery is the pride of life, I think. One of the prides of life. Maintain a priority relationship. Maintain a priority relationship with the Lord. All right, how do you do that when we live in this society? You pray and you pray and you pray. And you get up in the morning and you ask him to, you read his word. Speak, take a few minutes. It doesn't, just take a few minutes and read the word. And then pray and tell him what's going on in your life. Be real with him. He wants you real. He doesn't want phony baloney. My daughter, like I told you, I have 10 children, 6 young men, 6 sons, 4 daughters. one of the daughters, it's great when you become a mother who is blessed, because your children start blessing you. So that's something to look forward to. If you have little children running around that need their nappies changed and need, their face wiped, and keeping you up at night and kicking you and screaming and whining. My husband used to tell me that kids are whining, and I didn't know what to do. It didn't bother me, but it bothered my husband. So when they grow up and they stop whining and they start buying you nice little gifts and caring for you and loving you, it's a nice way to be. This is called Bible in 52 Weeks, and it's really, I've enjoyed it. It's a week's reading program, and I'm not doing it, I do it, I pick it up and I read a week at a time. Sometimes in a couple of days I'll read, like on the Sabbath, I'll read the whole week. So don't get yourself into a religious, because you're not doing every day the way they want you to do it or the way you think you should do it. Don't get yourself caught up in that kind of bondage. Be free just to get the word into you. I'm going to continue this because I have a testimony to tell you about getting to know God. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.